Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for being so welcoming. We invite you to take your seats once again. We begin with Hine Matov. The version that we're singing is on the screens. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov again. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. How good it is!
How good it is!
How sweet it is!
How sweet it is
to be together on this day. How good it is!
How good it is!
How sweet it is!
How sweet it is
to be together on this day. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Shalom aleichem. Shalom aleichem. Salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. How good it is!
How good it is!
How sweet it is!
How sweet it is
to be together on this day. How good it is!
How good it is!
How sweet it is!
How sweet it is
to be together on this day. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. We continue on page 130. L'chun Ranana from Psalm 95. L'chun Ranana l'Adonai, Nariya l'tzor yishenu. L'chun Ranana l'Adonai, Nariya l'tzor yishenu. Nekadem afanav betoda, bizmirot nariya lo. Ki el gadol Adonai, u'melech gadol al kol Elohim. L'chun ranena l'Adonai, nariya l'tzor yishenu. L'chun ranena l'Adonai, nariya l'tzor yishenu. Nekadem afanav betoda, bizmirot nariya lo. Ki el gadol Adonai, u'melech gadol al kol Elohim. L'chun ranena l'Adonai, nariya l'tzor yishenu. L'chun ranena l'Adonai, nariya l'tzor yishenu. Page 138, 139, L'chadodi. We will join together in verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. L'chadodi lihikakala, Penei Shabbat nikabela. L'chadodi lihikakala, Penei Shabbat nikabela. Shamoy v'zachor b'diborecha, Hishmi'anu el hamiyuchad Adonai echad, u'shemo echad l'shemo tiferet ve'elitchila. L'chadodi likakala,
You can clap, it's loud.
Shabbat nekavela. L'chadodi likakala, kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lecho v'necha, ki mekor ha'beracha merosh mikedem, nesucha sof ma'aseh, v'machshava tchila, lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 5, Hitareri, kiva orech, kumi ori, uri, shir daberi, kvod Adonai, alayich nigla, lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela.
Please rise and face the door.
Verse 9. Boi v'shalom oteret bala, gam b'simcha u'v'tzola toch emune am segula. Boi chala, we come together. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela.
Please be seated. Remember a couple of months ago when we lit Shabbat candles and it was still bright sunlight at 8 o'clock. Now we start to catch up. Now it is dark outside and we make a commitment to bringing light into the darkness. Candle lighting is on page 121 and 120, and to lead us we invite Fran and David Cohen.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, be our lives, give light to all who behold us, as their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light. So may we, in our own day, be among those who light the light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishar b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who house us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle light of Shabbat.
Once a year we take a Shabbat to honor people for their commitment. We chose 18 years because it's a really cool Jewish number. And every single person who has been part of this high group has, whether they're aware of it or not, contributed to everything that it means to be a congregation. Their names are inscribed as the newest people on the plaque that's in the hallway, and we honor them tonight. We will be honoring you later on, and we thank you for joining us here tonight and last year and the year before and the year before and the year before and the year before, going back to 1999. It is our honor to be able to honor you this evening. We rise together in prayer. Baruch Hu is on the screens.
La
page 148. A blessing for the God of the sun and the moon and the stars, the God of meteor showers, the God of weather getting colder, the God of leaves turning. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzvaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv aravim.
150. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha avta, Amcha avta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadata, Al-ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shachbenu, Uvkumenu anasiach b'chukecha, V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, Uv'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed, Ki him chayenu, Ve'orech yameinu, Uvahem negei yomam ve'layla, negei yomam ve'layla, Ve'ahavatcha al tasir, Mimenu le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael, Ohev amo Yisrael, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. You may be seated. We're on 154. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartam b'shivtecha b'veitecha Uvlechtecha b'derech, uvshachbecha uvkomecha, ukshartam leot ayadecha, v'hayu letotafot beinenecha, uchtavtam amezuzot beitecha uvisharecha, leman tizkeru, v'asitem et kol mitzvotai, v'etem kedoshim leloechem, Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, liot lachem Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem.
157. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
158. Mi chamacha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamacha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot, osefele, nora tehilot, osefele, osefele, malchut echara uvanecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam zeili, anu ve'amiru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot, osefele, nora tehilot, osefele, osefele.
Thus it is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Praised are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael.
On the screens. Hashkiveinu, Adonai Eloheinu, L'shalom v'hamidenu, Shomreinu l'chaim, Ufros aleinu, Sukkot shlomecha, V'taknenu b'tzah tova, milfanecha, v'hoshienu, leman shemecha. Grant us peace as we lay down and close our eyes. You will shelter me and my family 'neath the shadow of your wings. Keep us safe and raise us up to life renewed. And through every storm, you will keep us warm, filled with love and light. Watching over us, you will carry us safely through the night. Page 162. Shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, Shavat vayinafash v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
We continue with the Amidah, our offering of prayer to God. Page 164 and the even number pagers going forward from there. Please rise if you're able.
Adonai, sifatai tiftach, u'fi'egi dilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu Martenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor HaNaro, Elogam, Gomer Chasadim Tavim, V'kodeh HaKol, V'zacher Chafei Avot V'imot, U'mevii Geulah Livnei Bneihem, L'moim Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Mashiach Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Be'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol atah Rav L'Hoshia, Mashiv HaRuach Moridah Hashem, Mechapel Chayim Bechesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofeh Cholim, U'Matir Asurim, U'Mechayeh Me'emunato L'Shenei Afar, Michamocha B'Giborot, U'Mi'edom Be'elah, Melech Le'mid U'Mechayeh, U'Matziach Yeshua, V'Ne'emonat HaVachayot HaKol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יעללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. 173. Please be seated. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mikadesh HaShabbat. Find favor, Adonai our God, with your people Israel, and accept their prayer in love. May the worship of your people Israel always be acceptable. God, who is near to all who call, turn lovingly to your servants. Pour out your Spirit upon us. Our God and God of our fathers and mothers, on this first day of the new month, be mindful of us and all your people Israel, for good, for love, for compassion, life, and peace. Remember us for well-being.
Amen.
Visit us with blessing.
Amen.
Help us to a fuller life.
Amen.
Let our eyes behold your loving return to Zion. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose presence returns to Zion. 177. When we behold your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and stars that you set in place, what are we humans that you are mindful of us, we mortals that you take note of us? You made us little less than divine, adorned us with glory and majesty. You gave us dominion over your handiwork, laying the world at our feet. How majestic is your name throughout the earth. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha, ulecha na'eh lahodot.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Omcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rahav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam Ki Atam Melech Adon Lechol HaShalom Ki Atam Melech Adon Lechol HaShalom Shalom Rahav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam Shalom Rahav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam V'tov beinecha levarech Et Amcha Yisrael B'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך Shalom Rahav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam Shalom Rahav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam Tasim Le'olam Tasim Le'olam. We continue with silent meditation through page 181, or the words of your own heart. We will join back together in the middle of 180. Aseh shalom b'romav, Uyaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru Shalom b'mrama, Uyaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru Amen. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la la ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la ya la 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 la, ya la la ya la 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 la. Aseh shalom b'mrama, Uyaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru
Our prayer for healing will be on the screens. Before we join together in the prayer, we take the time right now to think of people we love whose healing we are praying for. Sometimes it's physical healing, may they get better from their illness. Sometimes it's emotional healing. Sometimes it's spiritual healing. This is the time to think of them individually and to make them part of our prayer. So I ask either that you say the names one at a time to yourself, or if you would like, that you rise now and as I look at you, say their names aloud. But in one way or the other, make their names part of our prayer.
Adonai yishlach lahem refuah shlema. Adonai yishlach lahem refuah shlema. Refuat ha-nefesh u'refuat ha-guf v'nomar amen. Refuat ha-nefesh u'refuat ha-guf v'nomar amen. Adonai yishlach lahem refuah shlema.
Long ago, we understood that we are connected to the universe. We're connected to the stars and the sun, and we Jews are particularly connected to the moon. And today, this evening, is the first sliver of the second month of the year. And so please turn to page 379 as we pray for goodness in this month. At the bottom, there are two blanks. You're only going to use one of them. It's an open book test. The first one is going to be Cheshvan, and the second, we say, begins today. So please join with me. Our God and God of our ancestors, may the new month bring us goodness and blessing. May we have long life, peace, prosperity, a life exalted by love of Torah and reverence for the divine, a life in which the longings of our hearts are fulfilled for good. The new month of Cheshvan begins today. And as I said before, today is a time when we stop to honor people who've been part of our community for a generation. And at this time, I would like to invite up Tamima Grinvold, the chair of our membership committee, to introduce and honor our 18-year members.
Good evening and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
As you heard, my name is Tamima and I'm the chair of the membership committee. When I joined the temple in 2011, some 6 years ago, I just figured it out, I joined a place that immediately I felt like this is my Jewish home. Whether I was celebrating a holiday, embraced during a memorial, attend a seminar, going to a fundraising event like the comedy night, attending a Hanukkah bazaar, or even a minyan service, Purim spiel, and many, many others, I had opportunities to meet wonderful people who shared the same values I have. Such rich programming and engaging community is the result of a commitment each one of you expressed during the last 18 years of membership through connecting and embracing our temple. Now, in Hebrew, 18 is Chai. This is short of Chaim, life. And so far, your Chai years brought life into this place. And they helped establish a very dynamic platform for many families to enjoy Jewish life and studies. I anticipate that you will continue to be active and will get to create memories together. Lost myself. You probably already received an invitation to the 36 Years Gala coming up in January, and I believe that it could be another opportunity to celebrate the joy we all feel together being part of this community, that you are such an integral part, and I hope to see you then. The membership committee, along with the entire Temple Rodeph Torah, appreciate your continuing involvement. So please come and join us. I don't have the list of members. So if you are here to celebrate your 18 years.
Goldmans, the Hillers, and the Sinskis. If you would all come over to the park. Would everyone please rise if you're able? Come on, it's good, it's okay. As I look back on these 18 years for each of your families, I thought of the experiences that we've shared together. We've shared wonderful times together, and we've shared difficult times together. Each of you has seen your children stand here as they came to the Torah as bar and bat mitzvah. We have one here now. And I'd like you to take a minute right now and think back. The Bima looked a little different when you started here. It was really high. It was like Mount Everest. Remember? It was like, you know, the ark doors were 16 feet tall and weighed 1 million pounds. But I'd like you to think about the moments that you celebrated in this room. The times that you felt yourselves as Jews, as family, as community, come to life in this room. The years are easy. It's the experiences that we're talking about that are what we are celebrating today. So for all the adults here, we haven't had the opportunity to say these words of blessing for you, but we have for your children. And so now we ask God to bless you with the oldest blessing we know, a blessing that speaks about peace and guidance and God's presence in your lives. May God always be present in your lives as you have been present in ours for a generation. God bless you and protect you. May the light of God's face shine on you, and may God be good to you. May God's face be lifted up on you. May God always watch over you. And may God bless you with peace. Mazel tov. Please be seated. So there's something I do whenever we honor our 18-year members, and it's always interesting for me. Hope it is for you too. I go back and I look at what happened the year you joined. And there are some of these things that I go, I can't believe it's been 18 years since that happened. There are others that I look at and I go, oh my God, that's forever ago. So in 1999, when you chose to become part of this community, the euro came into existence. Bill Clinton was acquitted in his impeachment trial. SpongeBob SquarePants premiered. I know, that's the important one. The Dow Jones closed above 11,000 for the first time. In August, one of the most powerful earthquakes of the century struck Turkey. 1999 was Columbine. There was a crash of an Egypt Air 747 just off the coast of Long Island. The Panama Canal was given back to Panama. Boris Yeltsin resigned as president of Russia, and a guy by the name of Putin came to power. Texas Governor George W. Bush announced that he would be running for president. Osama bin Laden moved his al-Qaeda terrorist base to Afghanistan. Okay, for the geeks out there, Internet Explorer 5. The Melissa email virus infected more than 1 million computers. Y2K was all anyone was talking about. Remember how all the computers were going to crash on the 1st of 2000. And we all held our breaths as it started around the world, and it didn't happen. I'll share with you one personal story. I had 3 growing teenagers living at home at that time, and I was known affectionately in ShopRite as the 2-cart man, because I did the food shopping, and every week I would load up 2 entire carts with food. And I remember very clearly around December 26th, 27th, I was doing my food shopping, and I had gotten my 2 carts, and I'm wheeling over to the cashier, and a congregant saw me and looked at me and said, "Rabbi, I can't believe you're buying into that Y2K nonsense." They thought I was stocking up for Armageddon. I was just feeding teenagers. That's all it was. It was like, hackers revealed a security flaw in Hotmail that permitted anybody to log into any Hotmail account using the password eh. The average price of a movie ticket in this country was $5. A newspaper cost 35 cents. Remember newspapers? Here's a really amazing one that I did not know. Big Mouth Billy Bass, the singing fish, was introduced. MySpace was created. Anyone doesn't know, that's like Facebook, but for beginners. Bluetooth was announced. Pokemon was the biggest craze in the country. Wayne Gretzky, the great one, retired from the New York Rangers. Here were the popular movies. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. The Sixth Sense. Toy Story 2. The Matrix. Tarzan. The Mummy. And Notting Hill. And by the way, I don't know if you remember this, but in The Matrix, Neo's passport was shown at one point, and the expiration date of the passport, 1999, the expiration date was September 11th, 2001. Popular TV shows were The Simpsons, Beverly Hills 90210, Frasier, The X-Files, Chicago Hope, ER, Friends, Seventh Heaven, and Everybody Loves Raymond. That was a long time ago. Huh? That was a long time ago. And back then, these three families joined TRT. You had young children, and you decided this seemed like a place where you wanted to raise those kids and help them learn what it meant to be part of a Jewish community. You did a good job. And to see you here tonight is our chance to say thank you. You have been here for literally a generation. You've seen changes. The newer members don't even know what this room used to look like. The walls were institutional white. The bima was incredibly uncomfortable and unwieldy. And if you walk down the hall, look back at the pictures. Look back at the pictures of the kids who came through this school, who grew up here, who have gone into the world and are finding their place in the world now. They're in their 20s. They're starting to figure out what they're going to be. And they're starting to figure out where they will fit into the Jewish world as well. And I hope that wherever they are, that they will follow their parents' examples, find a community and become part of it, as much a part of it as you have all become part of ours. We can't find the right words to thank you. Our membership committee brought you flowers as a way of saying we appreciate your being here. And we do hope that there will be many more years of living together and growing together and celebrating together and supporting each other through good times and bad. Please know that everything that this community is because of you. And we thank you.
So in moments of happiness and joy and newness, we sing Shehechianu. And I think that as we celebrate your 18 years here with this community, and we celebrate our 18 years of having you as part of our community, a new special Shehechianu is called for. So here we go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Shehechianu v'kimanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh Shehechianu v'kimanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. Praise be our God, ruler of the universe. Praise be our God, ruler of the world, for giving us life, sustaining us, and for enabling us to reach this day. Praise be our God, ruler of the universe. Praise be our God, ruler of the world, for giving us life, sustaining us, and for enabling us to reach this day. Shehechianu v'kimanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. Shehechianu v'kimanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. Mazel tov and thank you.
We continue together in the middle of page 586. Please rise if you are able.
Regor aleinu kechol
page 591. Please be seated. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding. Loved, each of us, for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace. V'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. For 18-year members, I do hope you saw your names on the plaque in the hallway. We are very pleased to be able to honor you with that, and we thank you. The holidays are over, and the temple just seems to get busier and busier. If you look at what's going on in the next month, I wouldn't expect anyone to be at everything, but there's about as wide a variety of things as I can possibly imagine. Starting with, if you have brought food to any of our food drives, if you help to fill the truck on Yom Kippur, and if you are available on Thursday evening, November 2nd, there is a meet and greet that is going on at Fulfill, which is the food bank. It's in Neptune. It's on Route 66. It's an amazing place. I never would have thought. I went there one time and thought I was going to see a warehouse. It's an extraordinary place that does great work in not just giving people food, but in helping people learn how to eat, how to feed themselves. There is a cooking school for underprivileged young adults where they create food for other people who are hungry, and when they're done, they come out with a culinary degree, and then the Fulfill helps them find jobs as chefs. They have increased their refrigeration capacity so that we don't just have canned food, but things that are fresh. It's an amazing thing. So you have the ability to go and help them sort and pack from a shipment that will have come in that day and meet the most amazing people. Just let the Social Action Committee know that you're coming. The information is on the sheet. I really highly recommend it. You'll have a great time. For the gentlemen in the room, our next Torah and Tequila is coming up on November 8th. It's a Thursday evening. We have really good tequila. It is Don Weber tequila. Really, I'm not joking. It's a real brand. And we sit and we study together, and we have a great group of people. We're up to about 20 people who come, and it's open to anyone, no prerequisites. If you don't like tequila, we have scotch, really good scotch. We also have soft drinks and coffee for anyone who would prefer, no problem. We have hors d'oeuvres, we have nasharai. So it's a really nice evening, and guys get together and we talk together and we have a good time. So again, just let me know you're coming. We would love to have you join us. Then in the middle of the month, Shira is going to be doing a Shabbaton, a 3-session workshop on what do I want at the end of my life and how do I say that. I shared a quote with my adult ed students that somebody wrote and said, I am immortal so far. Not even a smile? I am immortal so far. Very few of us actually are. But so this is a chance to talk about things that aren't easy to talk about, but really important to talk about. It's Friday evening, Saturday morning, and Saturday lunch, and it is all completely free. You just have to let us know in advance that you're coming. And then the following day, we're having a speaker from the Michael J. Fox Parkinson's Research Foundation to talk about new advances, new discoveries in Parkinson's research and treatment, and also to discuss the growing evidence of connection between Ashkenazi Jews and Parkinson's. One of the great heritages that our ancestors left us is that. But it's important to know. And more things than I can even go into. We have a wonderful Israeli-American evening, Shabbat evening dinner and service. That's coming out the middle of the month. You'll hear more. Our comedy night is coming up. And we hope you'll pick something that looks interesting and come join us. We'd really like that. We turn now to Kaddish. As we remember our loved ones who died recently, who died this time of year, years ago. If you are here to say Kaddish for Shiva, for someone who died during the past 7 days, we ask you to rise and say their names aloud. And if you are here to say Kaddish for Shloshim, for someone who died within the past 30 days, we ask you to rise and say their names aloud. And if you are here to say Kaddish for Yartzeit or for any other reason, we ask you to rise and say aloud the names of the ones you're remembering. Stanley Bloomberg.
Hamakom yenechem etchem im shar avlei Tzion v'Yerushalayim. May God console you among the mourners of Zion and Jerusalem.
Please rise. Kaddish is on the screens, including the addition to the last line.
Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei,
b'chayechon u'v'yomechon, u'v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach la'alam omei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shmei d'kudsha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran ba'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalama Rabbah min shmaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel and to all the world, to which we say
Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel.
We turn back in our books now to page 122 and 123 as we join together in Kiddush and thank God for this day of rest in the middle of all the craziness. To lead us, we invite Brian and David Cohen.
And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day. The heaven and the earth were finished, and all their way. On the seventh day, God finished the work that God had been doing, and God ceased on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy, because God did cease from all the work of creation that God had done. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei Pri Hagafen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho v'ahava u'ratzon imechilanu, zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit, ki hu yom tefillah l'mikra'ei kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim, kivanu b'chaita, yotanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha Be'ahava uvratzon imchatanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat. L'chaim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Here's some for your family.
Take out a big piece and share with everybody. Oh, making a mess.
There you go. Good. Thank you. For those of you under the age of bar and bat mitzvah, under the age of 13, Rabbi Stern has candy. I can get my just for David.
For the last time. What? No, you weren't asked. No, it's okay. He's a big boy. He can do that if he wants. But thank you so much for offering. It was really not going to be last time. Okay.
It's all right.
No, he doesn't want. He doesn't want.
It's okay. There's going to be plenty of candy in a couple weeks. Halloween is coming up. Like, it's all right. It's okay. It's just supposed to be a treat. On page 646, Ma Gadlu, how great are your works, Adonai, how very profound your design. I didn't know there was a meteor shower tonight, and I definitely hope that my street light is out, which it often is, so that I can look up and see some of those beautiful stars as I get home. So thank you, God, for these beautiful works and the movie in the sky for tonight. Goes like this. I need your help singing hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 Masachaya, Me'adam kumachshevatecha, Magadu, Masachaya, Me'adam kumachshevatecha, Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
How magnificent are your works, O God. Your understanding of the universe is beyond our comprehension. But we humans, are given the chance for a brief span of years to enjoy, to wonder, to marvel at all the mysteries of your creation. And to be sure we did, you created Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Maya.